Well, hey guys, thank you so much for joining for a home experience. I just wanted to give you a little bit of understanding about how kind of all this stuff comes together, especially for worship. Normally I just have a couple of songs kind of buzzing in my head, and I just kind of like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I think we should go pursue that. But for today, I asked the Lord, I was like, God, I don't have anything. I have no songs. What is it that you would like us to sing? Now, I should do that more often. And what he did was he answered me. I know it. You're like, well, yeah, he normally answers, but this week he answered in a very unique way. He brought me to two scriptures. The first one is in Job 19, and it's in verse 25, and it says, I know that my Redeemer lives, and that in the end he will stand upon the earth. Now, it's nestled in just an entire story of how Job is struggling, and how he's just dealing with all kinds of things, especially with his friends, kind of blaming him for the tragedy that's happened to him in his life. And I'm like, Lord, what do you want me to do with that? And then this song came to mind, and it's an older song, but it's called My Redeemer Lives. And it's all about how we know that God conquered the grave, and that he lives, and that, he lifts our burdens, and we will rise with him, dancing and being on a mountaintop with him. And that's the lyrics of those songs, man. It's just really cool. So I wanted to open it up with that. So just where the Lord led us, and we're going to continue to have this attitude and see what other songs that God led us to today. So here we go. I know he rescued my soul. His blood has covered my sin. I believe. My shame he's taken away. My pain is healed in his name. I believe. Oh, I believe. I will raise a banner, 'cause my Lord has conquered the grave. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer I know he rescued my soul. His blood has covered my sin. I believe. I believe. My shame he's taken away. My pain he's healed in his name. I believe. Oh, I believe. I will raise a banner. As my Lord has conquered the grave. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. My Redeemer lives. fun, right? That's super fun. So also what I wanted to share with you is the next song that we're going to do. And the next song is, oh man, it's so crazy, so beautiful. It's out of Ecclesiastes. And it says this: guard your steps when you go to the house of God. This is chapter 5 of Ecclesiastes. Now, I just want to let you know, I don't typically study Ecclesiastes, nor do I study the book of Job, but just the way that it worked out. And God showed me this. He said, in verse 1 of chapter 5, it says, guard your steps when you go to the house of God. Go near to listen rather than to offer the sacrifice of fools, who do not know that they do wrong. Do not be quick with your mouth, and do not be hasty in your heart to utter anything before God. God is in heaven, and you are on earth, so let your words be few. Man, that's so beautiful. And I was like, God, why are you showing me, these songs? And it's not about the song. It's what he's teaching me is he's teaching me more about the depth of where the songs come from. And I know that, and I study songs a lot, and but this one just hit a little differently. So this song is called "Let My Words Be Few," and it's just a beautiful song. So it'll just quiet us down in this moment, and we'll just have some time to worship. You are God in heaven, and here am I on earth. So I'll let my words be few. Jesus, I am so in love with you. So I'll stand in awe of you. Yes, I'll stand in awe of you. And I'll let my words be few. Jesus, I am so in love with you. The simplest of all love songs I want to bring to you. So I'll let my words be few. Jesus, I am so in love with you. And I'll stand in awe of you. Yes, I'll stand in awe of you, Jesus, and I'll let my words be few. Jesus, I am so in love with you. And I'll stand in awe of you. And yes, I'll stand in awe of you, Jesus. And I'll let our business, maybe it's our kids, maybe it's our family. Hand it over to Him. Hand it over to Him in this moment. And I'll let my words be few. Jesus, I am so in love with you.